Chapter 2 of How to Trap 101, Finding Your Hustle. The two types of sellers. If you strip away all the fluff, every single business, every sale boils down to just two things. One, selling money. These sellers promise to help you make more money, courses, business, tool investments, opportunities. Number two, selling time. These sellers offer convenience, saving you time and effort. Fast food, cleaning service, pre-made templates. The sales game, every transaction is a trade-off between time and money. If you don't have money, you're spending time learning, doing, or figuring things out yourself. If you don't have time, you spend money to shortcut the process. Think about it. A personal trainer, selling time. You can figure out workouts yourself, but you pay them to speed up the results. A career coach, selling money, teaching you skills that help you earn more. The secret, if you want to sell fast and effectively, you need to understand which categories you fall into. If you have a skill or knowledge that helps others make money, you're selling money. Example, marketing service, business coaching, investing tips. If you offer convenience, efficiency, or saving effort, you're selling time. Example, house cleaning, food delivery, admin work. Why does this matter? Because if you don't know what you're really selling, you're struggling to sell it. Look at the biggest companies in the world. They sell both. Amazon saves time with one-day delivery, save money with both discounts. Uber saves time, fast transportation, saves money, cheaper than owning a car. Netflix saves time. On demand saves time. On demand shows save money, cheaper than cable. What if you have no clue what to sell? Most people overthink. The truth, you won't know what works until you try. Start by experimenting. Do random things. Test different ideas. See what sticks. Your personality plays a role. If you love socializing, sell something that involves people. If you're creating, sell art. If you're creative, sell art, writing or design. If you like tech, sell digital skills. No one figures it out overnight. The only way to know what works is to do it. Fast path. Choose anything that interests you. Put it in front of people and watch their reaction. If no one cares, try something else. Success comes from testing, not guessing. Final thought. People buy back what they lack. The rich buy back time. The busy buy back convenience. The broke buy opportunity. Figure out what your audience lacks and sell them the solution. That's how you win the game. Building a hustle that aligns with your passion. Alright, so you dipped your toes into the hustle waters. Tried a few random things and hopefully made some cash along the way. But now it's time to stop juggling anything and everything and start building a hustle that aligns with your passion. Listen, anyone can start a hustle, but what separates the winners from the posers is not just the hustle itself. It's the alignment between your passion, your skill, and your hustle. Why? Because passion is the fuel and your skills are the engine. You can't just throw a random hustle on the road and expect it to hit top speed without either running out of gas or breaking down. Here's how to make sure your hustle flows like a smooth ride instead of sputtering out on the side of the road. The power of passion. Find what lights you up. You know that feeling when you're doing something you love so much that time just vanishes? The clock ticks away and suddenly hours feel like minutes. You're so wrapped up in it, you don't want it to end. It's like your mind can't get enough. And when you're not doing it, you're thinking about it. Your heart races and you can't stop smiling. Maybe you even get butterflies. That's not just something you enjoy, that's passion. It's the thing that makes you forget about everything else when you find it. You know, it's the one thing you can do for hours and still feel like you got more time to give. And when you find it, you don't just chase it, you live it. Why you need passion? Because your hustle should feel more like a game and less like a grind. When you're doing what you love, even on the hardest days, you'll be able to push through with a level of persistence most people can't match. Passion is the gas in your hustle engine. It's what makes you keep going when the rest of the world is ready to quit. Find something that makes you lose track of time, and that's where you start. Leverage your strength. Use what you already have. But here's the thing. You can't just run off passion alone. You need skills. And if you want to turn passion into profit, your hustle has to take advantage of what you're already good at. That's where your strength comes in. What do you naturally excel at? Is it connecting with people? Maybe you're natural at social media. Do you have a creative mind that can see trends before anyone else? Can you break down complicated things into things easy to understand steps? complicated things into easy to understand steps. Identify your strengths and don't just dabble in them, double down. For example, if you're a natural at making people laugh, you're not just a funny person. You could be the person who creates viral content. Viral content. If you're a great listener, you could build a business as a life coach or consultant. Know your strengths and build from there instead of forcing yourself into something that feels like a chore. Passion plus strength equals the hustle formula. The more passionate you are, the more you'll give. The more you'll leverage your strengths, the better you'll perform. When they meet, that's when the magic happens. It's not just about chasing money, it's about chasing your flow. When you're doing what you love and doing it well, the money follows. Think about some of the most successful entrepreneurs out there. Nipsey Hussle wasn't just hustling because he wanted money, he was building something for the culture, something that reflected his passion and strengths. Same with Damon John. He built FUBU around his love for fashion and street culture. Combining these passions with his skills to build an empire. Finding your hustle and getting paid for it. Let's be real, not every passion will turn into a six-figure business, but that doesn't mean it's not worth pursuing. Maybe you love making handmade jewelry, but don't see yourself as a global brand. Start small, leverage your skills, get creative with your passion, and test your market. Your hustle doesn't need to be massive to start, but it needs to be authentic. People connect with that. When you're aligning your hustle with what you love and what you're great at, people can feel the energy. And the beauty of today, you can scale a passion-driven hustle faster than ever with the power of social media and online platforms. What you have to offer could be reaching a global audience before you even realize it. Real life examples of legal trappers. It's my mother. Yeah, my mother. The reason I am who I am today. The blueprint for every move I made. She didn't just hustle, she built something from nothing. From Compton and South Central, from barely scraping by to now running her own credentials construction business. But let me show you what I mean. I was around 4 when it happened. Just me and my mom living in South Central. Christmas Eve. I remember the apartment was lit up with Christmas lights. My mom always went crazy on the decorations. She had this dope race car track around the trees because I was obsessed with NASCAR and Hot Wheels at the time. One of the best setups ever. Then boom, 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 banging on the door. The fire department was trying to break it down. Thick black smoke everywhere, not just in the air. It felt like it swallowed the whole room. Lights were on, but it looked pitch black. The smell, like burning rubber, wood, and panic all at once. Someone downstairs left one of those old school candles burning all night. No glass case, just a flame. The entire building caught fire. I remember my mom grabbing me. She covered my mouth with her hands so I wouldn't inhale the smoke. No panic in her face, just this crazy, calm courage. She held me tight, led us through the chaos, and walked down the stairs to safety. That smell stuck with me for years. Still hate the scent of chimneys because of it. Oh, still hate the scent. We lost everything. Ended up in a homeless shelter for a while. But I wasn't scared. I wasn't even sad. I just remember thinking, my mom's a superhero. And she proved it again and again. From managed apartments, driving metro buses, studying for college and trade school. At one point, she could have been a doctor or a nurse, easily had the credential, but it didn't move her spirit. What did? Construction. Let's be clear, she wasn't supposed to make it. Not a black woman in construction. Not someone who faced racism, sexism, and still had to smile at the same people who tried to shut her out. Not someone carrying her own unspoken battles while making sure we never felt any. But she made it anyway. People told her, that's a man's job. Knowing my mom, she smirked and said, no. She didn't just step into the field, she owned it. Hard hat, boots on the ground, sometimes working while pregnant to make ends meet. Outworking everybody because she had to. They thought she was in the office. Nah, she was out there getting her hands dirty. Beautiful, feminine, soft-spoken, but still out hustling grown men on the daily. Fast forward, no longer riding the metro, no more hoopties. She owns her cars. She owns her business. She built everything she had piece by piece, day by day. She didn't just raise me, she trained me. She taught me negotiation, how to see money as a tool, not a goal, how to lead with integrity, how to work with grit, how to survive and build. She showed me what it means to trap smart. She's the realest trapper I've known. She's why I trade stocks today. She put me on. She showed me what legacy feels like. She showed me the ropes. That's fire. No, that fire she had, it passed straight to me. She made me curious, made me research, made me build income from knowledge. And now I'm profitable. Not because I chase money, because I followed her example. She wasn't chasing checks, she was building legacy. She could have flexed on everyone, but that's not her style. She's humble, she's powerful, she's a woman of grace and grit. Derek Grace 2. Another true trapper. Derek Grace 2 and his entire family. If you haven't heard of him, you're missing out. This man built an empire outside the system. No handouts, no corporate backing, just straight up strategy, discipline, and execution. Story isn't just about making millions, it's about breaking generational cycles, mastering self-sufficiency and giving back game that was most hoard. That most would hoard. Derek didn't just climb the ladder, he tortured and built his own. From homeschooling his kids with the education system he created to running multiple successful businesses. He's a walking blueprint of independence. His children don't just learn, they teach. His partners don't just support, they build. Everyone in the circle is an asset because that's the mindset he pushes. Ownership, skill building, and being your own boss. I had the honor of taking this course in 2019, right before and through the pandemic. The experience, priceless. He taught us how to market, how to brand, and most importantly, how to think like an entrepreneur. The knowledge he shared was worth 3 times what he charged, but he wasn't in it just for the money. It was live, interactive, and completely unfiltered. No fluff, no gatekeeping. He recorded everything so we can go back, rewatch, and observe it all over again. To this day, I still find new gems rewatching that course years later. And here's the real difference between him and most gurus out there. He over-delivers. He could charge insane amounts for what he teaches, but he still drops knowledge for free on YouTube and IG Live. That's how you know it's real. He's not just selling a product, he's living the game. And that's the end of chapter 2.